Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Recon, 132 fighter.
2nd and 11. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Man.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
I hate the cookie jar.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Carson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I just came out of my chair. Big-time run right there, and all of a sudden I realized...
Didn't reach the chains, didn't he?
How do you go that far? Create that type of an explosive play that'll be a check and a plus on every grade sheet and still not get a first down.
Yeah, they put themselves in a bad spot, but a big gain, that helps. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. They'll take it into the end zone for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Carson got hurt last game, too.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
No way, J-Mac. Get out of here with that, dog.
Goff on first down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A look at the numbers from a week ago for Reed. 9 catches, 108 for the yardage and the score, too.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in.
Totally whiffed.
Cleveland. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're open to reading their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 76 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They run it with Carson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Damn.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally,
now Carson fumbles the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And a peek now at the offense for Cleveland.
And we expected to have already talked about this unit. We didn't get a chance to hit on the opening drive because they scored so quickly. But that's the kind of unit this is. A quick strike offense. I expect to see them taking their shots all game long. And if that's the case, we'll find ways to talk about this group.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd.
Come on, boys. Assert your dominance.
They'll try to run for it with Howard.
Stop.
Short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's been pretty effective so far, solid numbers yardage-wise, but the fumble last time, that's what he's thinking about. Has to be a little bit more secure.
Yeah, he does. Would you yell at him right here? Would you get on him?
No, I think you pick him up, don't you?
I agree with you totally. You pick him up in this situation because a lot of game left to be played, and he can be special with the ball in his hands. In that situation, he wasn't. You should talk to him about the 4 points of pressure, high and tight to the body, and let him go back to it.
Well, still plenty of time in this game, so he'll have opportunities to secure that ball with those 4 points of pressure. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now this throw caught left side.
Pass interference. Defense.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On first down, Carson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
These two teams all tied after one. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
4th and 7. That's the issue, though. You know what I mean? Just gun it, dude.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere.
Gunslinger, dude.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught them off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Set. And Lobo. He can't hang. He's not good.
Now on first down, he'll drop the throw.
Oh, really?
For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Josh Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal
Kind of sucks that it went to Gordon.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Get those younger guys in there.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Dang, Mikey barely beat the Dolphins.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. He's got a man Incomplete.
Who is that?
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Right there. Right there. 54 miles. Here we go.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's got this down to the 35.
Get ready.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Gone. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd, gone. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
Yeah, well, they want more.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. And an alley to run. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shadow that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Carson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
70, Indy. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Let go.
Looking to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Oh, we ain't going for it.
And how about this?
I mean, we're going for
long, and they're going to go for it. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They're going to look to throw.
Brandon, one word for you after that completion for a first down. Analytics.
Well, the analytics say to punt the football there. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His first touchdown on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less.
Come on,
so
boys, get that
right
ball.
now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's get an interception here.
A shotgun snap for Goff. The open man is Smith. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
Here we go.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
Now, I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Goff now looks to throw, and this one completes to Reed. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Go.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Carson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. He'll look to throw.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Penny. He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Well, you know what? Yeah, right here.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Any weapons?
He'll drop to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jake Bunt, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. The throw right sideline here is complete. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Damn.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Hey, let's go, Smith. Let's go, Smith. You knew you were going to do it, baby. Come on. Come on, big baby.
Well, this defensive
Love to see it. You love to see it.
The pass rush, the coverage. They've
all been excellent,
and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Back to throw here. And an alley to run.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Josh Gordon with 2 touchdowns on the season.
J-Mac, I wasn't, not the whole time.
As the Ravens push further out in front.
I was running the tasty special.
Throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Boswell,
man, that's the tasty cheese right there for you, dude. I figured it out. That's all he runs, man. The tasty cheese. It's that under route every time. That's why he drafted that fast dude. Because that fast guy, put him one-on-one against anyone, he's going to do that under route and be gone. It's a long handoff. It's a long handoff. Basically what it is.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Right,
and there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
I just couldn't figure it out.
Once they do the interception and finish off the drive, That does him no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
7 yards, the pickup.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to stop it when we played.
He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
7 yards there and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Goff throwing again. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On first down, gone. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. That's caught.
I should have
It's
picked
Thomas.
that off, man. I knew he was going there, too. He sat right in that window.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Here's Goff. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man completes it to Butler. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Down. Sack back around the 8. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And not willing to
fucking
take a
kidding
shot
me.
out of the pocket. He tucks it and goes down.
Oh my God.
Now the
I'm
Ravens
like
going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
That's so bad, man.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I'm just going
you
for
can
it
tell they were
because
hoping
I
for a
just want to
flag
get
there
those yards
offensively.
back.
Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff completes it to Coleman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's gone. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Again, Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Ravens, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss drops them back to 4.